how should he have played this? Well, let's break it down. Frodo was a little hobbit, right? So the perfect villain for him would have also been a hobbit, but he would have been evil. You see what I'm saying? Let me give you some advice. If you're not in it for the money, you need to get out. My name is Richard Lambo. I'm in charge of character development at Marvel Studios.
Lambo. Okay.
People always come up to me and say stuff like, how do you make your characters so cool? And I'll usually say something like, step away from the Lambo. But now I'm thrilled to share my secrets with you because somebody is paying me to do it. Quite a bit of money. After I've guided you through this lesson, after I've held your hand, not unlike a child, you too will be able to craft characters that are Marvel cool. We're talking about characters that make the viewer go, oh, this person is amazing. My life is just awful. You know, I have a weak upper body. My smile isn't that great. My wife doesn't respect me. My kids don't respect me. I haven't been to the gym in years.
What?
I'm paying a membership for no reason. Things are just not good. These are things that we want the viewer to think. Shall we begin? So let's start with an exercise to illustrate this. Let's look at an iconic character, Frodo from Lord of the Rings. Huge missed opportunity. You can imagine that Peter Jackson probably looked at this character and thought, what are his motivations? But the more important question would have been, how many abs does he have? Are they visible? Are they proportional? Do they glisten when the character gets sweaty? A Marvel character disrobes, and there's an instant response in the viewer, this visceral reaction that stays with them. When they go home and they disrobe in front of the mirror, just a wave of disgust. 6 abs.
What?
That is the golden number, 6. You could probably get away with 4
4
abs.
abs equals okay.
5 abs would not look natural. Because where does the 5th ab go? Right in the middle on the belly button? That would look insane.
Yeah, nasty.
No. Now let's dive into the psyche. One of the most important things for a Marvel character is that they should always be snarky.
Why is it getting crazier? With
The concept here is that
pores?
there is no wrong time to crack a joke. Every single moment is an opportunity to get snarky. They're in the middle of a fight to the death. That's an opportunity for a joke. They've just taken a life with their bare hands. That's a time for self-reflection on what they just did. No, that's a time for a joke. Half of the city was just leveled by a sky beam. Countless lives have been lost. Well, let's get funny. So going back to our little friend Frodo, imagine, if you will, he's about to save the day, toss the one ring into Mount Doom. Gollum has just fallen to his death and is burning alive. Now what if we had cut to Frodo, and he looked directly into the camera, and he said, that's gotta burn. That is how you earn Best Picture.
Spider-Man Cup this time? Okay.
Another thing we like to do at Marvel to really make the main characters seem cooler is to have them go up against a perfectly crafted villain. A villain with the right characteristics to make our hero shine. And you could just check out our track record on this. You know, Iron Man went up against Ironmonger, an iconic villain. Jeff Bridges, fantastic. Ant-Man went up against Yellow Jacket, just a bad bug. See, all these bad guys were crafted with care. Now, how did I do this? It's so simple.
How did I do this?
What you do is you take the good guy and you make him bad. And that's why I'm very rich. I'm so very rich. So let's check in on old P.D. Jackson here. What did he do? Who did Frodo go up against? This Sauron character. this incredibly complex antagonist with a rich backstory. So rich they based it on entire books. Nobody's reading books. So how should he have played this? Well, let's break it down. Frodo was a little hobbit, right? So the perfect villain for him would have also been a hobbit, but he would have been evil. Do you see what I'm saying? See, through the use of subtle contrast, you elevate the hero. Was Gollum a hobbit? I don't know. I never saw the movie.
It's like, it's kind of already happened.
Now, a problem you might encounter down the line is that you need to keep characters cool after multiple films. We're not just making one here. These are franchises. Everything needs to be a franchise, or else how are you going to afford that boat? Now, the problem here is that audiences get bored very quickly. I'm bored right now. So you need to mix things up a little bit to keep them engaged because they have the attention span of little field mice. A fantastic strategy we like to use at Marvel is to have the character get a haircut. Or maybe they grow a beard.
Or a beard.
Sometimes they can dye their hair. Some slight change in appearance will really keep audiences engaged. Now, what about our friend Frodo? How did he change over the movies? He got a little dirtier. That's not enough. If we had been in charge, Frodo would have been looking very different by the third movie. And finally, it's important to always be innovating. One thing we're just now getting into is giving our characters glowy eyes. We gave Thor glowy eyes in Ragnarok, and people lost their minds. So that's definitely something you're going to see more from us moving forward. Now, checking back in with Lord of the Rings, they actually came pretty close on this one. But they gave Sauron the glowy eye. One of them.
One eye.
But that should have been Frodo's. And he should have had two.
Super small cup.
So with that, you should have all the tools you need to create a cool Marvel character and work as a Marvel screenwriter. Now the rest is up to you, which means it's probably not going to work out. Also, this is my job and I can't let you take it from me. This is also making me wonder why I even did this. Oh yeah, the money.
The money, yeah.
I can't stress enough how much money I was given for this. I can buy an island. I can buy 2 islands. I can colonize both islands and fight.
And that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Different from Screen Rant for sure. It played like a Apple commercial showing, you know, the inner workings of an iPhone, or a behind the scenes version of a, I don't know, like of a movie or whatnot, like, you know, special features. That's what it felt like, but obviously he had to bring his comedy angle to it. So I'm glad they had Ryan George for it and not just some other random dude. That helps. I do kind of wish they had it on their title that said, you know, Ryan George instead of just pitch meetings, because it's not a pitch meeting. It's Ryan George doing this. I don't know. It was a little bit different. But this guy, Lambo, and producer guy definitely have something in common. They love money. That's their thing. They'll do anything for money, almost. Pretty much. We saw that for sure in the Twilight movies, at least Breaking Dawn. He'll almost do anything for money. But they kind of have that in common. But it was funny. It was good. Not as hilarious as pitch meetings for sure, but I'm interested to see what they do next. This is a series, a new series, they say. So this was a first as far as pro tips. So we'll see what other pro tips they do. Will there be one for DC? Will it all be Marvel related? That's going to be interesting. Will he play different characters in each one that he does? It's going to be interesting. So I think they've got something here. If they go with the same type of format, that'll be kind of fun as well, just to see if they change it up. The coffee bit was pretty hilarious though. I like how they did that. They had him, you know, doing different pours in different cups. Then got crazier and over pouring, and he's drinking, you know, every little bit. I thought he would start spilling on himself, but he didn't. He's you know, I guess he's more sophisticated than that, but that would have been funny if that happened. But still, fun stuff. I know you guys were asking for this. A lot of you guys were asking for this, so here you go. Hope you enjoyed it. But again, I'm interested to see what he does next with this series. It'll be It's different, but it'll be interesting. As always, thanks for watching with me. Thanks for laughing with me. I really appreciate that you guys watch each and every day. To my Hyper Crew members, Brian Tidwell, Steve O, Slepnear, K6013, and Dash Milner, thanks so much for being a part of that crew. You get a verbal shout out by me in every single video. If you're interested in memberships, you can hit that join button down below. You can see more information on that. While you're still here, hit that like button before you go, but you can also check out some of our most popular videos on the channel. You can also see our most recent reaction right up there as well. If you've seen all of that, then I'll see you guys in the comments, and we'll talk about this.